fog is relentless. The monsters who call it home innumerable. And when fear is about to consume everything.
What I love most about city building games is that incredible feeling of starting from nothing and shaping up a living, breathing world from scratch. And honestly, 2026 is shaping up to be an amazing year for city builders. Tons of new titles are promising deeper mechanics, stunning visuals, and fresh twists on the classic formula. So if you love the challenge of turning chaos into beauty, or just enjoy watching your dream city come to life block by block, stick around because you need to see this list of the top upcoming city building games. If any of these games catches your eye, don't forget to mention them in the comments. Let's get started. Resilient. When I first heard about a 17th century horror city builder launching on PC in 2026, I knew Resilient was going straight on my watch list. It's coming to Steam from indie devs who are leaning hard into dark survival and settlement management instead of the usual cozy vibe. You're not building a shiny Metropolis here. You're trying to keep a tiny, cursed town alive after a disaster, managing food, shelter, defenses, and the sanity of your people while the world feels like it's slowly closing in. The focus is on careful resource change and organic layouts rather than perfect grids, and the atmosphere is grim, gritty, and very old-school PC horror strategy. If you grew up on darker management games and like the idea of every upgrade feeling like a fragile victory, this looks like one of those under-the-radar 2026 city builders that could really surprise people.
When we founded Elloran, it was just an ordinary research outpost. We had no idea what lay ahead.
But food shipments from the capital shall cease.
DarkSwitch. Instead of starting on a nice flat map, this one literally dumps my whole city on a giant tree. DarkSwitch is a vertical survival city builder releasing March 12, 2026 on PC via Steam and the Epic Games Store, from developer Lighthouse Games and label Paradox Arc. The whole idea is that my people live on and inside a colossal tree, while a deadly fog crawls up from below, so I'm building upwards along the trunk and branches. Space is tight, so I'm stacking districts, linking them with zip lines and stairways, juggling more than 80 different building types and 11 resource categories just to keep everyone alive. On top of that, I need defenses and light to hold back the fog, plus tech tiers and expeditions into the mist to grab rare materials. DarkSwitch definitely looks like one of the most unique city builders on the 2026 list. Nova Roma. I've always had a weak spot for old-school Roman city builders, so hearing that Nova Roma is coming to PC in 2026 instantly grabbed me. It's heading to Steam and the Epic Games Store in early access. Here, I'm founding a new Rome around 324 AD, starting from a small settlement and slowly turning it into a huge classical city packed with villas, forums, baths, and temples. What really makes it stand out is the water system. I'm placing aqueducts, dams, and reservoirs, controlling floods and irrigation almost like a Roman-themed Timberborn. The visuals are clean and colorful, but still grounded and readable, which feels perfect if you grew up on games like Pharaoh or Caesar and want the same feel in a modern package. If you enjoy deep systems, ancient history, and slow burn city building, Nova Roma looks like a big highlight for 2026.
Welcome to Wild West Pioneers, a modern city builder set in the untamed American frontier. Start with a small outpost and turn it into a thriving network of towns and trade routes.
Wild West Pioneers. If you ever wanted a proper build-your-own frontier town game, this one's for you. Wild West Pioneers is a classic-style city builder planned for 2026 on PC, coming to Steam and likely other PC storefronts. Instead of just one city, I'm shaping a whole frontier region, founding dusty settlements, laying out houses, sawmills, ranches, saloons, and then linking everything together with trade routes. I'm managing settler needs like food, water, safety, and happiness, appointing mayors and sheriffs whose perks actually affect how each town grows. There are production chains for wood, food, alcohol, and more, plus scouts that I can send on expeditions to claim new lands and expand my influence. The vibe feels like a relaxed but deep Western twist on classic city builders. Perfect if you like slow growth, atmospheric music, and watching your little outpost turn into a busy frontier network.
From the early days of transportation to the latest wonders of technology.
Transport Fever 3. Some games are less about where the people live and more about how everything connects. And that's exactly the space Transport Fever 3 is aiming for. While the exact date isn't fully pinned down publicly, it's expected in mid-2026 on PC, very likely Steam first. Continuing the series from developer Urban Games with transport-focused build the world through networks style. Instead of placing every house, I'm laying down railways, roads, shipping routes, and air lanes, then watching cities and industries grow and reshape themselves around my lines. The fun comes from planning efficient cargo and passenger routes, upgrading vehicles through different eras, and solving those satisfying logistic puzzles that old Tycoon fans love. I'm tweaking timetables, optimizing stations, and trying to keep things profitable while towns boom or shrink based on my decisions. If you grew up on Transport Tycoon or similar classics, Transport Fever 3 is basically the modern, high-fidelity evolution of that formula and absolutely worth keeping an eye on. Citystate, Metropolis. If you've ever wished modern city builders felt more like the hardcore Sims of the past, Citystate Metropolis is probably one you'll want to watch. It's targeting an early access launch on PC via Steam in 2026, made by solo developer Andy Stark as the next step after Citystate and Citystate 2. I'm here working with huge maps, aiming for cities with over 1 million simulated citizens, and zoning areas that then fill up with procedurally generated buildings. Instead of fiddling with 1,000 tiny policies, I'm defining district rules and urban plans, then letting the simulation handle density, wealth levels, and growth. The look is realistic and modern, with busy highways, dense skylines, and a focus on performance so big cities actually run well. For players who like stats, traffic, and serious urban planning more than cartoony visuals, this feels like a very retro spirit, modern tech city sim. All will fall. Now, for a city builder that genuinely makes physics part of the stress, All Will Fall instantly stands out. It's a post-apocalyptic survival city builder coming to PC on Steam in Q1 2026, developed by a small Lithuanian team called All Parts Connected. Instead of building on comfy land, I'm leading a group of survivors who found a tiny patch of ground in a flooded world, and I have to build a towering vertical city above the ocean. Every beam, floor, and staircase is simulated, so if I push things too far, whole sections can collapse like a brutal Jenga tower with human lives on top. On top of that, I'm managing factions like engineers, sailors, and workers, juggling food, water, storms, tides, and tough moral choices about rationing and control. If you want a 2026 city builder that feels genuinely new and risky, this one looks like a perfect pick.
This isn't just a city. It's a place where Mokitons and Tamers truly live together. Over time, they grow stronger.
Tamer Town. Tamer Town is one of those mashups that sounds weird at first, then instantly makes sense. It's a city building and monster taming hybrid coming to PC in 2026. Launching on Steam, developed by Polish studio Crazy Goat Games, the folks behind Worshippers of Cthulhu and Republic of Pirates. Instead of regular workers, my town is powered by Mokitons, over 130 elemental creatures that live in my city, run buildings, gather resources, and also jump into battles. I'm laying out cozy neighborhoods, decorating districts, and balancing elemental zones so these little guys stay happy. Because if they're upset, things can get chaotic fast. On top of that, there are city tournaments and real-time turn fusion battles where my best Mokitons fight other towns for prestige and rare rewards. If you grew up loving monster collecting games but also enjoy classic city builders, Tamer Town looks like a super fun, cozy, chaotic crossover to watch in 2026.
Friends, Tropicans, the world is changing, but one thing stays the same. Me.
Tropico 7. Tropico 7 looks like the next big tropical twist on the classic city building formula and is set to arrive in 2026 on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series XS. In this latest installment, I'm back as El Presidente, running my own island nation, shaping every corner of the landscape with full terraforming, whether it's flattening mountains, carving beaches, or even creating new land to expand my empire. But the game isn't just about pretty cities. There's a deeper political layer too, where I'll negotiate with factions, balance citizen happiness, and even handle foreign affairs while keeping my power intact. With sprawling archipelagos, more campaign maps, and sandbox freedom, Tropico 7 promises both strategic depth and the same tongue-in-cheek charm fans love.
It's coming!
Frostpunk 1886. Before anything else, let me be clear. Frostpunk 1886 is currently aiming for 2027, and it's coming to PC first, with consoles very likely after. It's being developed and published by 11-Bit Studios as a full reimagining of the original Frostpunk, rebuilt in Unreal Engine with new content rather than just a remaster. I'm still running the last city on a frozen Earth, but this time there are new law options, extra purpose paths, and more ways to shape what kind of society I'm building under the generator's heat. Just like the classic, there's no regular combat. The real enemy is the cold, hunger, and the moral weight of choices like child labor, propaganda, or harsh discipline. They're also talking about mod support, which is huge for replayability. Even though it lands after 2026, if you love brutal, story-driven city survival games, this is one you'll want on your long-term radar. Alright everyone, that wraps up my list of the top upcoming city building games in 2026. I hope you found some new titles to get hyped about. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more gaming content, and drop a comment telling me which game you're most excited about.